Carolina, number 19, Duke. 8 miles separate these rivals. They meet on the Diamond. First of 3 this weekend. A lot to play for. And the emotion of the Battle of the Blues. It's the rivalry that never disappoints. Carolina.
Hit it over the infield's heads, and you notice right now Duke is shifted on that left side. They're playing in, so they're expecting her to play some small ball.
They've actually brought an outfielder into the infield, and that'll be a strikeout, the 97th for Cassidy Curd this season.
And they're going to try to come in hard inside or get them swinging out of pitches that are out of the zone.
Ball gets beyond the catcher Rodriguez, and Coleman will end up down at first base. So Pembroke Pines, Florida, American Heritage High School, great athletic tradition there, and Rodriguez strikes out. So that's 3. Thompson pops it up in the air. It'll drift back and fall in. Got lost in the sun. They're going to wave the runner home. Good aggressive base running. Coleman running through a stop sign, and North Carolina on the little bloop takes the lead. It's a tough sun field out there in right.
And it looked like Vega maybe thought she had it, and then maybe Thomas was running in, maybe calling her off. I'm not exactly sure where that miscommunication happened, but North Carolina, I gotta say, great job taking advantage of those extra bases. And when
out of Fayetteville, the senior has been an RBI machine over the last month or so. Gets to the backstop, runner goes, quick throw as it rebounded to the catcher Rodriguez, and into third.
And when they're able to do that and get on top, your pitchers are able to come out and pitch so much more confident. You're able to play defense more confident because you know your offense is working.
Wild pitch got Thompson down to third. That one finds room through the 5-6 hole. 2-0 North Carolina. And Pierce continues her onslaught.
And Pierce just seeing the ball so well. We talked about it with Charlotte, but also and that pitch just on the inside corner actually got a little bit jammed up, but was able to extend through it, and you saw Anna Gold playing all the way over towards second base.
Curd gets the 4th strikeout. But the Tar Heels have played it a pair. They did so on a couple of hits. They took advantage of some Duke miscues. The Blue Devils will try to answer on the other side. 3-1 now to the Blue Devil leadoff hitter. And that's going to be a 5-pitch walk to start things here.
And the pitching staff for the Tar Heels is
Blue Devils 26-12 coming in. 7-5 in the ACC. Vega up the middle, and Duke has the first 2 on.
And that's a pitch by Dark that she frankly just left. When she goes into that dugout, she says, okay, I'm going to get that next one.
Chopper down to third will advance the runners. So the Blue Devils now have a pair in scoring position and a couple of outs, or at least an out to work.
In that circle.
Blue Devils with the tying run aboard after Carolina jumped out 2-0 in the first. To short, or second rather, that'll score a run. RBI for Baker on the ground out. And the lead has been cut in half. So Duke's
balance will be key.
Mathis trying to get out of the inning with just a run across for Duke. On the ground, backing up on the edge of the grass. Jackson! Bang, bang play, and she got her. Charlotte team you saw this past weekend take 2 of 3 against East Carolina. And a conference game in the American, and that's going to be the 5th strikeout for Curd here early. Second base, and she likes to play, does Coach Smith line of her outfield so far. And that's going to be another strikeout for Curd. She's got 6.
Ranked teams and have beat them.
Roberts the slapper. It's going to be speared by Gold. She releases, and the throw not in time. And for Roberts, she's got a hit now in the off the glove of Curd, and Gold puts it in her back pocket. So the Tar Heel Slappers do what they have done all year.
And Rodriguez doing a really good job of just being patient against Curd. Came at her with some pitches that were out of the zone and so tough to do when you have 2 strikes.
And she'll go down swinging, Will Rodriguez.
Pitcher in the circle where maybe they gave up a home run and they're like, oh man.
Jennings a chopper. Does she beat it out? Yes, she does. Jennings, who's second in total hits on this Duke team. And a really great play by Jackson at short. Here is Rodriguez. A weak pop out caught by the star of the Tar Heels, Cat Rodriguez, at second.
Mentality to come play at the college level. It is a big change.
Thomas coming off a 4-for-4 game last Saturday with a couple of runs driven in. She's starting to swing. Flip it to the top of the lineup here as Duke trails by a run in their home park. Oh, and that got her. Burgess almost seemed like she wanted to stay up there and continue the AB.
I was going to say this.
In the air, don't know if it'll be deep enough. Well, they're going to send the runner. The throw up the line, and scrambling back is Jennings. Ball gets away. Play at the plate. Safe is Thomas. And now another run comes in. Duke with 3 runs after the fly ball. The sac fly from Mala'ulu.
This is very uncharacteristic softball that we're seeing from North Carolina. Even coach says she feels good about their defense right now, but that throw right off the bat a little bit off. And you can see that Dark went for that and just tried to turn around and probably throw it too quick. But Dark, you especially saw it kind of when she just turned. She didn't even have eyes on Blackwell at the plate and just kind of turned and threw.
Myrtle steps on the bag to end the inning, but a 3 spot for the Blue Devils. Such a tight-knit community the sport is. Another strikeout for Curd, who's got 8. Thompson, the overall. You look at the strength of this Blue Devil schedule this year and what they have done and who they've taken on. Second in strength of schedule and number 7 in RPI. And
Team was Taylor Wyke, and she's sitting in the dugout for Duke.
Assistant coach, this one driven toward the gap. It will make it to the wall. Pierce, stand-up double. So that breaks the run of strikeouts as Pierce is aboard. And another strikeout for Cassidy Curd. 10 of them here tonight.
She feels this year that they've been tested early. That's why they played such tough competition.
Got under that one, and coming all the way from center is Thompson. To the shallow left with the catch and the out.
Up next,
In her 20th run of the year in the first. Letting Mala'ulu, and that at the time cut the lead in half. It's a fly ball that's going to be brought in by Coleman here at Duke.
And I said that this stadium is something that I'm jealous of. It's beautiful. And
Oh, that one driven by Mathis, and she knew it as soon as it left the bat. KK Mathis, number 4 on the year, number 26 in her career.
that was right at the letters, but showing so much power. She's in that DP spot for a reason. Does a great job. Honestly, doesn't even swing all the way through, just able to extend and right away putting that finger up because she knew it. But so much power, Duke able to get on top even more.
29th Blue Devil homer of the year. This is a program that is at home this season as they have historically. On the ground, Jennings, and the inning will be over. But KK Mathis being at home too for Cassidy Curd, a place that she's comfortable. She knows how to pitch in this park. And she will hit Blackwell here. Second batter that she has struck in the game. Check. Another strikeout, number 11. Little dribbler. It'll be an out at second. They can't get the turn. The second inning. Popped her up. And a great catch made there by Rodriguez at foul ground. In every inning so far in this game tonight. On the ground, nice stab, backhand by Jackson. Cannot get the speedy Rodriguez.
As a pitcher, so you try to switch it up.
Bunt laid down. Nice job by Rogers to get the out. For Duke, Gabriella Mike, the freshman from Altamont Springs, Florida. That one finds some green. Mike rounding third, heading in, and the Blue Devils have a 4-run advantage now. As Burgess comes through with the RBI single.
And that actually looked like an off speed from Rogers. And that pitch, yes, it was an off speed. And unfortunately, Burgess just was able to stay on it, and she kept back in those legs, stayed deep, allowed that ball to get deep.
Malaulu now batting, easy for me to say, as she puts this one in the air, driven back, turning, and it's off the wall as Thompson got twisted around. Duke is going to send Burgess home. Throw not near the plate, and it's a RBI triple for the senior.
Malaulu just doing a great job. First pitch just swinging strong. I mean, look at that swing, beautiful, right off the wall. And unfortunately, Thompson just not able to make that catch, and that ball just getting those extra bounces, but showing off the speed too.
Chris Hooks and the affable Rain Wilson. Driven high, far, and gone!
And that is a Blue Devil.
Vega, the 2-run shot.
All right, fans, it's time to stand up. T-shirt toss.
Vega doing such a good job with that pitch. That pitch is low and inside, and she was able to keep her hands in tight and just take it right to the deepest part of the ballpark. You see this swing, that was almost golfed up and brought out. She was able to lift it, but Vega showing off her power, and this Duke team is starting to really.
This is only the 13th Duke home game. Now they lost 3. Oh, this one driven high, far. Gold is knocking it out of the park. It's gone. 10-2 on Anna Gold. Dinger number 45 in the career.
Someone who hits a lot of home runs. It feels like we haven't seen one from her for a little bit, and she was due for it. So much power from Gold. That's a pitch that's right down the middle, and Gold just able to rip it. You saw it, she put her hand up right away, but the Blue Devils going back to back, and it already looks like we may have another pitching change. Advantage of those missed pitches, so too many mistakes.
Alongside the former Syracuse first baseman Faith Kane, I'm Patrick Johnson. This one driven out and will be a fly out. Baker, second time. KK Mathis, boy, Duke would love to have her bat heat up here in April into May. And it'll be a fly out to the second baseman. That'll end the inning, but Duke sends 8 to the Tar Heel lineup here, trying to keep this game moving. Grounded out, knocked down Vega, throw, got her. 2, Kevin Fitzgerald and Carol Brueggemann with the call on that one. Fly ball, and Thompson is retired as Jennings makes the catch. You're trailing in that scenario, but you can go to that anytime. This one, it hit in the air, and it bounces off the wall by Myrtle, and it gives the Tar Heels life. Myrtle, her 15th of the year.
And North Carolina needing that spark from their offense, but Myrtle with that inside pitch, she was able to turn on it and get that big home run. Now I know now you're down by 7 and it's tough to stay in games like this, but you still have to celebrate those small moments and keep it going.
14th that Curd has allowed this season. Time tonight against Curd. Thompson a fly out. So she did have a little bloop hit earlier. This one's popped up on the infield. It'll be caught. Jennings slapping it. This one, and it's over the reach. And short of Jackson. So now Jennings is aboard. Hit and run was on. Jennings took off, fouled back off the screen.
And that's what you want out of your team, that they are able to cheer each other on.
Hot smash, didn't get her. Rodriguez lines out to Jackson. Right place, right time, 1 down. 2 to unleash the throw flat-footed. Thomas got jammed up, could be trouble. It will be, it'll bounce down. And the Blue Devils have the runner safe. Jennings had to hold up, slid in. Give Thompson a lot of credit to. O2 will trickle through, and Duke will walk off the Tar Heels here with the 3rd RBI from Mala'ulu tonight.
And that's the reason why Mala'ulu has been given the call to become that lead-off hitter. She had settled into that 9 spot and really just starting to make her mark here with the Duke Blue Devils. But that pitch on the outside corner, and Mala'ulu just doing a good job of just getting her hands out there and really using that dirt and just pushing it up the middle. But the Blue Devils tonight have crushed North Carolina. They came in, had a strong offense, but you also got to talk about Cassidy Curd in that circle.
Duke with double-digit runs now in 2 of the last 3. 15 against Louisville to wrap up that series. 9 at UNCW in the midweek, and they played 11 against the Tar Heels tonight. Cassidy Curd, the story.